Hello, the Pokemon fan 993 here, back with more Pokemon TCG card openings. So it's been a hot minute since we've done this. First things first, it is like 90 degrees in my house, and my fan is on, it's too loud. So throughout this video, I'll probably be sweating, and you're probably going to see it, and I'm probably taking a few drinks. So today, my friend sent me some cards, because I haven't really gone down to the card shop a lot recently. Give me 1 second, adjust my volume a little bit, otherwise it goes over the limit here. And basically, he bought me a few things, including this poster collection for the 151 collection. The 151 Scarlet and Violet collection, I believe that is the one where I believe that it's featured. I believe only the original 151 are featured. They're like reprint. No, I'm not really sure actually. It's been so long since I opened these packs. I'm not really sure what's actually in them. It says Scarlet and Violet, so I don't think it. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. But I'm pretty sure there's a set where they just reprint a bunch of... No, is that XY Evolutions? No, that has to be the other one. Anyway, we're going to open this. Apparently he bought it for $15, which, $5 a pack, especially with all the scalping going on, isn't that terrible, I guess. So I can open this thing, because it's being very stubborn with me trying to open one side of it. Come on. Good thing I'm not trying to redo the box. So in this set, there is I forgot to read that too, didn't I? I'm an idiot. There are 3 promo cards featuring Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander. 1 poster with the Scarlet and Violet 151 theme. 3 Pokemon TCG Scarlet and Violet 151 booster packs that are code for the Pokemon TCG Live. So interesting about TCG Live. You're not going to see it on my channel anymore. How do I say this? I installed a software on my computer that will help me get rid of malware and keep my computer safe. Basically, when I download, I even tried it just to see if that was what was actually wrong with it. But I downloaded it twice, and it took a file out of the TCG Live. And basically, it's like, oh, by the way, this is a virus, and because this is a specific file, you can't use this anymore. And I've had problems with virus in my computer right when I got it. So I don't know if I want to risk, letting a virus get into my system. So I just essentially stopped playing, and I started playing more Pocket instead. All right. First off, here is the poster, which I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to scroll on screen. It's a big-ass poster. Oh, shit, that is a big poster. Holy crap. Okay. All right. Jesus. And it just all fell. Anyway, it does show all 151 Pokemon, I believe, in their artwork, along with some EX Pokemon. And you cannot see this on screen, but essentially it has the whole 151 Pokemon in it, plus a bunch of the things. You probably have to look it up, because this is way too big to be put on camera. So I'm just gonna have to be very careful when I pull it back up. But yeah, that's not coming on camera. I'd have to stand up, and that's a bit too much for me. Since a lot of people, this set is decently old, so I'm pretty sure people have already either seen this on a different video or just, in general, because I'm definitely not the first one to open this set. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. Let's pull them back up. Easy. I was curious how big it was. That's why I started unfolding it. Okay. Coming out the way it's meant to be folded back up, and that's the way I'm folding it back up. Alright, back to the actual cards here. Nice poster. Whoa. And what just fell? Oh, the packs fell. Alright. This might be the first 151, because it definitely seems like that. I know there was an XY Evolutions was a reprint of the originals, but I think they're just new cards that are printed from the Scarlet Violet set printed for only the 151 first Pokemon. Like I said, it's been first I opened the set, so I apologize if that's painfully obvious. I'm just being an idiot, which it probably is. I pulled the 3 packs out. Let me grab this. This has the starter cards in it. Be very careful pulling these out of here. Card code, which I'm not sure if I'm giving those away quite yet. I might know someone else who wants them other than the general public. Put those down. We're going to look at the 3 promo cards first. They're pretty straight edge, considering that a lot of the promo cards that come out of these things are usually pretty bent. So that's always good to know that they're at least somewhat decent. Okay, so we have The basic Charmander, HP 70, Fire, Ember, 2 Fire Energy for a discard and energy from this Pokemon. Basic Bulbasaur, HP 70, Grass, Vine Whip, 50, 1 Grass Energy, 2 Colorless Energy. Basic Squirtle, HP 70, Water, Bubble, 2 Water Energy, 20. Flip Coin, if heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Paralyzed means the Pokemon cannot move or retreat unless it's healed by special condition for the turn. And it lasts for the entire turn as well. So we're going to put these all over to the side. We're going to open these up. We're going to start, well, I guess all of them have Mew on it, so I guess it doesn't matter which one we start with. Damn it. Almost dropped it. I'm curious about something. This pack doesn't feel right. Is this... Something doesn't feel right about these cards. It might be fake. I don't... They don't feel right on the creases. I guess I'll know once I open them. If I can open them. I don't know why, but Pokemon cards used to be so much easier to open. Some people do sell these and reseal them, which is disgusting, but, you know, maybe I'm just an idiot. There's the card code for that pack. We have the, pardon me, the basic Spearow, HP 50, Carless, Ability, Evolutionary Advantage. If you go second, this Pokemon can evolve during your first turn, which is normally not something you're allowed to do. Speed Dive, 1 Colorless Energy, 10. Basic Bellsprout, HP 60, Grass, Cut, 1 Grass Energy, 10. Hang on a second. Maybe I can get this. These things are really fucking dark for some reason. Cut, 1 Grass Energy, 10. Bind down, 1 Grass Energy, 1 Colorless Energy, 20. During your opponent's action, the flame Pokemon cannot retreat. Basic Magikarp, HP 30, Water, Splashy Splash, 1 Energy. Flip coin until you get tails. For each head, draw one card. Basic Ash, HP 60, Grass, Razor Leaf, 2 Colorless Energy, 20. Stage 3 Butterfree, HP 130, Grass, Whirlwind, 1 Grass Energy, 60. Switch your opponent's active one. Your switch. It's fucking light for this thing screwing with me. Hang on. Switch your opponent's active Pokemon to the bench. Your opponent chooses the new active Pokemon. Bye-bye Flight, 2 Colorless Energy. Choose one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Shuffle that Pokemon all cards attached to into your deck, and then shuffle this Pokemon all cards attached to into your deck. Your opponent has no bench Pokemon. This attack does nothing, because obviously it wouldn't work in that situation. We have the basic Lapras, HP 110, Water. Hop on my back, 1 Water Energy. Search your deck for 2 Pokemon, reveal them, and put them in your hand, then shuffle your deck. Aqua Edge, 1 Water Energy, 2 Colorless Energy, 90. Okay, so now we have a Stadium Trainer card, Cycling Road. Once during each player's turn, the Pokemon may discard a basic energy from their hand in order to draw 1 card. We have the reverse. We're getting the reverse hollows now. We have the basic Farfetch'd, HP 90, Carless, Package Deal. 1 Colorless Energy, draw 2 cards. Leak Clopper, 1 Colorless Energy, 30. Stage 2 Tentacruel, HP 120, Water. Poisonous Whip, 2 Colorless Energy, 30. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. When a Pokemon is poisoned, it receives 10 damage during each player's end phase. We have Tentacular Panic, 1 Water Energy, 2 Colorless Energy, 90 times. Flip a coin until you get tails. Attack does 90 damage for each head. The first flip is tails, your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. So when a Pokemon is confused before it attacks, it's a continual effect that happens every turn. If you go to attack and you flip a coin, if you get heads, your attack goes through. If you get tails, you do 30 damage to yourself. Your Pokemon attack does not go through. And then we have Stage 2 Dodrio, HP 100, Carless. Ability, Zooming Draw. Once during your turn, you may put 1 damage counter on this Pokemon. If you do, draw 1 card. Ballistic Beak, 1 Colorless Energy, 10 plus. Attack does 30 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. So you can use Zooming Draw to put damage on it, and Ballistic Beak to deal damage on top of it. And with the basic Electric Energy. So about what I was saying before, I don't think these cards are... I don't think they're fake. They might have been resealed, but all the cards... How do I say this? If you pick up a card and you put your finger over the back of it and you put a finger over a fake or a card like that, you can definitely tell the difference. I was just curious because the top of this felt different. Like maybe these are repackaged. Anyway, maybe I'm just going to throw one of these up here. Maybe you guys, if in the comment section, if you were nice enough to tell me if these look like they been resealed or not. I know it's kind of hard to see through my camera, but I'm just like really curious. I have seen some pretty shoddy jobs, like on other videos and stuff about this stuff, but I think these are reprints. They might. I don't think they're fake. I think they might be like someone took good cards out of one pack and then resealed them. But anyway, we're on to our second pack regardless. Come on. Alright. The TCG code. These are actually repackaged pretty well because there's a certain cycle these cards go through. Usually what they do is they go through 7 of the 10 cards. No, 6 of the 10 cards. The 3 reverse hollow and then the energy. And then, of course, the card code. And we have another Bulbasaur, basic Bulbasaur, HP 70 grass. Weed Seed, 1 grass energy, 1 colorless energy, 20. Heal 20 damage from this Pokemon. Basic Dratini, HP 60 dragon, beat, 1 water energy, 10. Draconic Whip, 1 water energy, 1 electric energy, 40. So those who don't know, dragons always have a weird thing with what energy they need, so you need to be very energy driven if you want to run a pure dragon deck. We have the basic Growl with HP 80 fire. Vaporize, 1 fire energy. Discard a water energy from your opponent's active Pokemon, and it does 10. Basic Geodude, HP 80 fighting. Stiffen, 1 fighting energy. Your opponent's next turn, the Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attack after applying weakness and resistance. Knuckle Punch, 1 fighting energy, 1 colorless energy, 20. We have the Stage 2 Dugong, HP 130 water. Dual Splash. Stat does 50 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance for a bench Pokemon. Aurora Beam, 1 water energy, 2 colorless energy, 100. Basic Hitmonchan, HP 120 fighting. Ability, counterattack. If this Pokemon is an active spot is damaged by an attack Pokemon in the Pokemon is now going to put 3 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. For those who don't know, damage counters are 10 damage. So that means you put 30 damage on the opponent's active Pokemon, but in increments of 10. We have Excited Punch, 2 fighting energy, 60. During your opponent's turn, the Excited Punch attack do 60 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon for apply weakness and resistance. So a thing I've actually gotten asked by one of my friends, because they watch my videos, very few do, but when it says it does 60 during the next turn, it means that if it attacks, you do an additional 60, and that does not reset. That means during your third turn, it would still do 120 because it's 60 plus 60. It would not reset. At least that's how it is for my knowledge. All right, moving on. We have the Stage 2 Seeking. We're not in the reverse hollows yet. HP 110 water. Swim freely, 1 water energy. Flip a coin if heads during your opponent's next turn. Prevent all damage from effects of attacks. Damage and effects attacks done to this Pokemon also does 10. Aquahorn, 60 plus 3 colorless energy. So that does 30 more damage to each water energy attached to this Pokemon. So at base, because Aquahorn will you most likely use in water deck, it means that'd be 60 plus let's say we have 3 water energy on it, that'd be 60 plus another 90 for a total of 150 damage. Actually is quite a bit of damage for a basic Pokemon. A non-EX one anyway. Alright, we're in the reverse hollows now. We have the same Geodude before, just reverse hollow. We have basic Tangle at HP 80 grass. Hang on, I'm trying to get this to focus. Tactful Tangling, 1 grass energy, 10 plus. If you played Erica from your hand during this turn's attack, does 60 more damage for a total of 70. We had the Stage 3 Dragon at HP. Actually, did we get all 3 of them? No, we only got the 2. I thought we got the whole evolution set. Dragonite, 180 Dragon. Jet Cruise, what ability? Jet Cruise. Your opponents play have no retreat cost, so that means that this card is even on the field without it being in play. You can retreat as much as you want. Dragon Pulse, 1 water energy, 1 electric energy, 180. This could have top 2 cards of your deck. So you want my honest opinion, this card is meant more for its ability than its actual attack. So there's that. And we have the basic water energy. I have to ask my friend where he got these cards from because I want to say that $15 is a Dollar General logo, but I can't really say for sure. Because I know there's like other places like Costco and a couple other places around here that would sell them at $15. Plus, he lives quite far away from me, so any place that he might have gone might not necessarily be here. But we're going to open the very last pack. So if I don't get anything decent from this pack, I'm going to assume that someone take it and resealed them. Which I have been given fake cards before, so I can't say much of anything on that. But if this card has a decent card, that means that at least, because they can't, maybe at least this pack would be, but the whole thing would be is that the whole thing would reseal them. But I think it's a Dollar General pack anyway. There's that. And for those who don't know what Dollar General is, it's basically just a small food store. They sell food, necessities. It's like a convenience store, just cheaper, essentially. All right. We start off with the basic Machop HP 70 fighting. Mountain mashing. 1 fighting energy. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck. Punch 2 fighting energy 30. Give me 1 second. That's a bit better. We have basic Porygon HP 60 Carlist. Conversion 4. 1. Or sorry, choose grass, fire, grass, fire. Choose a grass, fire, water, electric, psychic, fighting, dark, steel, or dragon type. Until the defending Pokemon, until the Pokemon, until the defending Pokemon leaves the active spot, its weakness is now that type. The amount of weakness does not change. So basically, as long as it's on, when you put it on your opponent, basically you can make whatever weakness you want to, which makes you do, and this TCG lets you do double damage if you have this weakness, which actually could be kind of useful in a regular deck, considering it takes not any specific kind of energy to use conversion 4. We have the basic Electabuzz HP 90 Electric. Electro combo. 1 electric energy 10 plus. Members on the bench does this 40 more damage for a total of 50. Light Punch. 1 electric energy and 1 chorus energy 30. We have the basic Rhyhorn HP 100 fighting. Push down. 1 fighting energy, 1 chorus energy 20. Switch your opponent's active Pokemon to the bench. Your opponent chooses the new active Pokemon. Boulder Crush. 2 fighting energy, 1 chorus energy 70. We have the basic, or Stage 2 Primeape, HP 120 fighting. Rant and Rave, 1 fighting energy, 40. Your opponent at the moment is now confused. Raging Smash, 1 fighting energy, 2 cards energy. If this Pokemon isn't confused, the attack does nothing. So use one and then the other, essentially. But you also could fail in trying to actually attack. Stage 2 Fearow, HP 90 colorless. Beat Catch, 1 card energy. Your search deck for the 3 cards to put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. That is actually a very good ability for any kind of deck. Speed Dive, 1 card energy, 50. We have the basic Onyx HP 120 fighting. Thumpalanche 80 times. Discard the top 5 cards of your deck. This deck does 80 damage for each Pokemon that has retreat costs of exactly 4. And each card discard in this way. So this card could be used if you purposely made your deck all around those kind of retreat costs, and you could just use that to deal. Let's assume that every card is the card you need. 8 times 5 is 35, and then you add the 0, so it would be 350 damage at base. That's very, very nasty. Heavy Impact, 2 fighting energy, 2 cards energy, 100. We're on the reverse side. Then we have the Stage 2 Weaving Bell, HP 90, Grass. Cut, 1 grass energy, 30. Spray Fluid, 1 grass energy, 1 cards energy, 50. We have its evolved form, so actually have all 3 forms out of the set now. Stage 3 Victory Bell, HP 150, Grass. Spit Up, 1 grass energy, 50. Slow Acting Acid, 1 grass energy, 1 cards energy. 1 grass energy, 1 cards energy, 120. At the end of your next turn, once next turn, put 12 damage counters on the defending Pokemon. That actually could be a very good thing, and it takes very little cost to have that happen. Okay, we actually got something. So maybe this isn't a fabricated. I messed with set. Anyway, that's really hard to see through that camera. Hang on. We have the basic Jinx EX HP 200 water heart stopping kiss. 1 water energy, 2 cards energy. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now. If your opponent's active Pokemon is asleep, it is knocked out. Icy Wind 3 water energy 120. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. So basically, if you use Icy Wind, if you don't knock it out, if you need more damage than 240, you can just use Heart Stopping Kiss and knock it out during the next turn. And then we have the basic Fighting Energy. Now I'm going to do my normal thing, and I'm going to hang on. I gotta do this real quick. I have a VPN, and basically I just throw it up whenever I go through a Google search here. I don't think the card's gonna be worth much, but I'm gonna look it up anyway. TCG player. Look it up anyway. See what I have. What it might be worth. Probably only 10 cents, but I'm gonna look it up anyway. All right. So Jinx EX. Okay, so it's worth 81 cents. However, they have a one that's higher up that's a higher rank, which is only worth 375, but it's still a bit better, just different artwork. So anyway, that's good to do for this video. Thank you for watching. This is kind of a long one. I apologize for that. But this is the Pokemon Fan 1993 signing off. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.